Good Monday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich, and this is your outlook for March 2nd, 2015. And after yesterday's winter event that brought the latest round of snow and ice to the area here, this will be a clouds giving way to sun type of day, with winds turning to the northwest and breezy. Winds will be picking up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour with higher gusts, but so those morning clouds that we are hanging around will give way to partly sunny and eventually mostly sunny skies by the end of the day. And that's because we're going to have high pressure moving in from the west here. You see that right over here of the Ohio Valley. It's going to be right over top of us in the overnight hours and early Tuesday morning. So I do think Tuesday morning early we'll start off with a little bit of peaks of sun, but we're going to have increasing clouds, and then we're going to have this next system moving in from the west here. Now, you can see how this is going here. The system coming in from the west here is cutting up through the Great Lakes here, the western Great Lakes, as a matter of fact. So there's going to be a lot of warm air advection out in front of it. So because we have warm air or cold air at the surface here, you're going to have a cold front that's moving through first. It should be a warm front, and then the cold front is situated back here like this. Okay, so because you have that coming through, this warm front will move through. Behind it, you're going to have nothing but warm air here. This is all warm air, and that is all rain. So we are going to start off here as a little bit of snow to start off, and then it's going to go over to primarily sleet. And you see all this here. The models are showing a lot of sleet out of this. A lot of sleet. Very little in the way of freezing rain, but that is behind it. A little bit of freezing rain, and that's right here. So this is going to move through, and you're going to get some pretty good snow and sleet accumulations at the front end here. Maybe a quick inch or so of snow and sleet, and then we're going to go over to about maybe a tenth of an inch of ice, not too much, and then it just goes over to rain. So all that will melt, and you can see that here's look at the overnight hours on Tuesday night. All rain, the entire area here. Warm front is now up over New York State. Cold front sitting back here, coming through the Ohio Valley at this point, and then continues forward here to Wednesday morning. Here we still have some rain left over here that'll go up to through the morning hours, and that's about it. Now, this is going to be a very important thing. What happens with this cold front? Because this cold front at this point, your area low pressure is off the map up here. We'll just put an L up here just for argument's sake. It's actually to the north of that, but you have a cold front that is actually situated with this. It's sitting back here like this. Okay, now where this cold front sets up is going to determine what happens Wednesday night and Thursday, because if it's a little bit more progressive, meaning it moves a little bit through a little bit quicker, you're going to have some snow for our southeastern areas. There's going to be an area of low pressure that's going to develop right along this boundary and traverse that boundary like this. Okay, and I'll move to the next frame here. Here you can see that area of low pressure starting to form now. Here's that area of low pressure, and here's your boundary. Okay, boundary sitting here just like this. Everything on the northwest side of it is showing this snow here, but on the colder side of the storm. So we go a little bit further here, and look what it does. This is looking at overnight Wednesday night. And of course your air low pressure is down here. You have all of this falling in the form of snow here to the northwest side here. Now there's a very tricky forecast because this is what we call a positively tilted trough. This is not a very common thing where you have a positively tilted trough produce a lot of snow. Actually, it's very rare. Not impossible, but it's rare. So we are not looking at a blockbuster system here. Just going statistically and historically with what happens with these kind of situations, they can produce significant amounts of snow, but they don't usually produce blockbuster systems. But the way this winter has gone, who knows? Right now, nothing's showing that. There is a difference of opinion, however, on how far southeast this front gets. Again, the GFS brings it very clearly to right here, gives you snow on the northwest side. The European model and the UK Met bring it right about here. So everything, the heaviest, is now farther in this area here. So, and one other look here, I want to show you what the NAM looks like. This is the latest NAM. This is the slowest with the frontal advance here. So the front is sitting back here like this, way to the northwest. And you got some really heavy snow here that's falling over central PA as a result. Again, in a positively tilted trough situation, it is very rare to see this kind of snow amount showing up, and then we're talking about over a foot here in central PA. Very rare to see this happening, so I don't want to get anybody excited thinking, oh wow, we're going to get this big snowstorm. Odds are stacked against it. You could get a couple inches, several inches in fact, but determining on who gets what is going to be predicated on what this frontal boundary does, where it sets up, where this low pressure is that traverses this boundary, and is it down here like the GFS has, or is it farther to the northwest? That will determine who gets the snow here and who gets significant snow out of this. And again, this is Wednesday night into Thursday morning. All right, so we're gonna just follow what this does here over the next couple of model cycles here. But you can see there's a couple frames here showing the snow taking place here. Then it moves off to the southeast, and then high pressure will move in for Friday, move off the eastern seaboard here on Saturday, and give us a warm up a little bit with the winds turning around to the southwest. So we will have the winds mostly sunny again on Saturday, but we'll have the increase in temperatures as we go into the start of the weekend. So a couple things we're looking at. First thing is this front end snow and ice before it goes over to rain here. This is later Tuesday into Tuesday evening. And then our second system here is this one here. Where does this cold front boundary set up after it moves through Wednesday night? Does it set up further southeast or further to northwest? Who gets the big snow from it, and how big are we talking? And all going to be determined on whether or not where this cold front sets up and how much moisture is thrown back into the cold air. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for March 2nd, 2015. Have a great Monday.